Hey guys, so this week I am back for episode number 3 of Dissolving Your Fears and Creating Your Dreams. This week we're going to work on your fear of feeling like your life is on hold. So you're thinking the thought, I feel like my life is on hold. What's really interesting is the pain is not actually what's making your life on hold. It's having the thought, I feel like my life is on hold, that's putting your life on hold. So that thought is actually getting in your way, and you can do the Byron Katie work on that thought to try to dissolve it. But this week, I'm going to have you take a look at a tool from the acceptance and commitment therapy model called Naming Your Story. So we're going to have some fun naming your stories today. This is going to help you detach from the thought over time. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you repeat it to yourself, and the more that you remind yourself that this is actually just a story that's going on in your head and nothing else, over time you will be less committed to that story. So first, let's just take a look at the thought, I feel like my life is on hold. Ask yourself why. So you can use a technique called the 5 whys. So usually after you've asked yourself why 5 times, you get down to the real kind of meaty thought or value that you have, some sort of belief that you're holding on to. So why do you feel like your life is on hold? What do you think your pain is stopping you from doing? Just kind of dig in a little bit, see what's going on there, and see if you can get to something a little juicier. And then after doing that, you'll probably have multiple kind of thoughts that are kind of all the same theme, but they'll be different thoughts. Like if you have one about your bladder, you could be, one thought you could be thinking is, I'll never be able to go on a road trip again. Another thought you'll be thinking is, I'll never be able to go running again. So you might have a variety of thoughts that all kind of revolve around the same central kind of core thought. So think of your core thought, like, I feel like my life is on hold, as the book. So this is the book, this is the title of the book. And every little thought that revolves around that one big thought is a chapter in this book. So when I was practicing this method, when I had pain, I had one thought that was kind of holding me back. And so I named my book, The Tale of the Girl and Her Bladder. And every time I would have some sort of fearful thought about my interstitial cystitis, I would just remind myself, oh, I'm just telling myself the tale of the girl and her bladder right now. I'm just really good at rehearsing this story over and over in my head. I read it all the time. It's constantly going on in my head, and I pretty much know this book inside out, and it's just a story that I'm telling myself over and over. That's all it is. There's no facts to it. It's just a story. So once you remind yourself that you're just telling yourself this same story over and over, and this is the title of it, then over time, you actually start to detach from the thoughts because you are onto your mind, you're onto your mind's tricks, and you know that there's just a fictional story that's just basically on repeat all day. The fun part of this is just reminding yourself that this story is in fact fictional. So if you were to watch The Day After Tomorrow, you know that it's a fictional movie. So you're not actually going to believe that the world is going to freeze over. You know that it's fictional, it's just providing you some amusement for that evening, and then you go on with your life. So all these thoughts in your head that you have about your pain and your life is on hold, that is no different. That is fictional. That's a fictional story that you've made up, and you are believing it. So you're believing a fictional story. So just remind yourself that there's no reason for you to believe it because it's not even true. Write down a list of thoughts that you're thinking and you're believing. What would the story be called? And what would these chapters be called? So I guarantee that if you do this over and over and just keep reminding yourself, oh yeah, that's just a chapter from this book that's going on in my head right now, I guarantee you will start to totally detach from this thought, and all of a sudden you'll be thinking a lot more positive. So thanks for watching episode 3 of Dissolving Your Fears and Creating Your Dreams. Have a great week.